Hello. Right, Morpheus. So that figure stands for the knowledge character. In the Lord of the Rings series, that's Gandalf. These characters, often the older ones, so they know something about the character that they don't know about themselves, him or herself. He or she shows up, says that this world that you're even living in, it's all a dream, there's something wrong with it, and you have some power. That's what this person do say. Decision of either saving it, curing it, or various other things. He or she does that, takes the blue pill or the red pill. So the hero makes a decision. He wakes up and realizes that Matrix created system for machines to use humans as batteries. The machines were using us in computing. They collect people and use this as an internet functioning computer part. Producers of Matrix said, hey, this is a very complicated idea. People might not understand it. We're gonna change this image to batteries. People can understand that. At the time, people really didn't understand Matrix. Matrix was a complicated, structured movie. I mean, right now you're watching Inception and you're fully capable of understanding it because of this technology. But before that, I remember people telling like, okay, why they're not using cell phones to go into the Matrix? Because there were no internet on the cell phones. They had you need to use the home cell phone connected to internet. How difficult is that to understand? I mean, well, but it was. And at the time the Matrix comes out, when it was published, and I was young too, probably I shouldn't have watched that according to the rated R system, but I did. And first time I didn't get it as well. So it was a complicated movie. They weren't able to separate what is real and what is not. So here's what movie makers did, and you guys can apply this to your own movies as well. When you're seeing the Matrix on the screen, they used green colors. When you're seeing the real world, they were using blue colors. So that kind of gives the audience separate each idea from the other. So the one shot shows you the Matrix, one shot shows you the real world. It goes on and on and on again, and then you might get lost. So old filmmakers also use this technique. They used orange color structured film stocks. They were blackish. They were even like bluish film stocks. They used different film stocks, black and white film stocks, to imply this idea. In the movie Megamind, you also see that. You always see this. Give a character or a world its own color, so your audience doesn't get lost. Such as in the movie Inception. So there's one movie track, movie soundtrack, and as they go deeper in the dream stage, the soundtrack gets slower and slower and slower, which is awesome idea. It's brilliant. Christopher Nolan, good job on that. He also did a great job on Memento as well. He uses colored film stock in the present time, and he uses black and white film stock when it's past. Because it makes sense. I mean, right, it does make sense. If you go on using VHS camera, human brain knows that it's a past. And then you go on shooting one of these cameras and it tells them like, okay, well, this is present and this is past. You don't even need to tell them that it's VHS tapes. They just do know. Their subconscious knows. They just imply it anyway. Separating the world, separating the time, these are all arts that needs to be harmonically, that's what I'm gonna say. There's music goes into it, there's colors goes into it, there's camera goes into it. Separating the world from one to another, it goes that way. So this character, this Morpheus or Gandalf character, shows the hero that what he or she needs to do, but often dies at one point. Morpheus dies, Gandalf dies, it often dies. And it's also good because then hero needs to learn to be a fully functioning human being or fully functioning hero, because that's what you want from a hero. You want a hero to just go out there and just cure the whatever that sickness is like been causing the problem and just come back. That's what you aim for. But if it's a psychic, it's a psychic. So, which does function that way until a point. Then you kill the knowledge one, hero can be the hero. So that character works that way. He or she tells him or her that tells a lesson. It gives a lesson. You must be patient, Neo. You must be patient, Jackie. You must be patient, Frozen. I don't know. So throughout that movie, that theme works out. The hero tries to learn the lesson. I mean, there's a saying in the beginning, if you want to become the greatest, you must learn to enjoy yourself. It's not about forcing it, it's becoming just you. And then the hero masters that skill throughout. That's what happens. When you're seeing a character, from the first look, you gotta tell your audience what this person does, what his situation, what's the relationship, all that stuff. Like what's his or her education, whatever that is, what he does he love his job, what's his purpose, does he have a dream, whatever. I like the entrance of the movie Back to the Future. The camera starts with the room, it shows all the gears that has been done, halfway done. He hasn't been successful. He always starts a project and he leaves it alone. That's what you're seeing, like, it's really like into time. Martin shows up. Martin don't go about this thing, whatever that is. What we got from the scene, so there is a crazy professor. He and Martin is really close. We learned that Martin can play guitar. He's a high schooler. He's a lot younger. He's capable of daring. He dared to go about that thing. So here's the thing, without saying anything, we learned a lot about these characters in that scene. It's just 1 minute, 2 minute scene. Here's one of the homeworks that I received from my teachers. Don't tell, do show, right? Don't tell, do show. How do you show your audience that this character lost his mom for a long time and he or she lives along with his father? You show a picture, family picture, you show another one 2-3 years after, but only son is there. 2 family pictures from the different periods. Well, that's a good montage. I mean, there are various ways to show that. Your purpose in the screenwriting is to show rather than tell. Oh, I am a psychologist. No one goes around like that. You just don't tell. You show everything that you can. If only that is very important for the plot, then you say it. So, for now, I'll leave you with that. Peace.